Hi everybody, it's Hilary here. I hope you're keeping well. Today we're going to make a Happy Memories jar together, and these are the items you're going to need to make it with. Once you've gathered them together, we'll get started. So I'm working on a piece of newspaper just to protect the mess that's underneath, and I suggest you do the same. So the first thing we're going to do is take your nail polish remover, acetone, you could use white spirit, you could use methylated spirit, because all we're going to do is clean it. You see, the white spirit, it takes off all the grease and those sticky label bits that you get on jars. You know, you take the label off, you get this sticky glue that's difficult to come off. So just give it a good clean, and on the bottom as well. And I suggest that when you've cleaned it, don't touch this bit again. Maybe put the lid on. I'm going to clean my lid because it's got some sticky stuff on the top. So give that a good clean as well. But try to hold the jar by the lid. So I'm going to put the lid back on it, and I'm going to have to touch it a bit, and then when I've touched it, I'm going to re-wipe where I've touched. Now we're doing this just to get every trace of grease off it, because of course glass is not easy to paint or stick things to. There, sparkling. Now we're going to take the toilet roll, and we're just going to tear, I've only taken like 4 pieces here, and we're just going to tear that up into little pieces. Okay, and then we're going to cover our jar with the toilet roll and glue. So I'm just getting a little piece of paper, I'm going to fold it up like that. I've got my glue in the pot here. So now I've got a little scoop. So holding only the lid, I'm going to scoop my glue onto the jar. Nice and thick. And then I'm going to start sticking on the pieces of toilet roll. So the overlapping bits need a bit of glue on the outside. Hopefully if you do it with a little piece of paper, you won't get all sticky. Whoops. So the idea is to cover the whole jar. You will have to keep putting bits over. See where I just split that bit there? You have to stick another bit over. And you will have to be very gentle, because the toilet roll falls apart very easily. So just cover it all with glue and cover it all with toilet roll. Make sure it's all stuck nice and smooth. So now I've just put my bowl to one side to let it dry for a little bit, because it's a bit soggy to work with now. So I'm going to decorate mine with the inside of these envelopes that we get through the post with the windows in. I've cut the windows out. I just want the blue bit to be showing. I'm going to tear the paper up into little pieces because this paper is quite a bit thicker and it's not going to curve round the jar as easily as the toilet roll did. So bear that in mind when you select your paper. Don't get anything too thick. You can use anything, you can even use newspaper, but don't use a shiny paper. Don't use a magazine paper. It has to be a matte paper that will wet well. There we are, little mountain of papers. The glass jar is still a little bit sticky, just leave it a bit longer. And we'll get on with preparing our decorations. You might want to use your heart shape. So you've got your template here. You could simply draw around that onto another piece of patterned paper, and that's what I've done here with this one. But you might be sick of hearts by now, and maybe spots would be more your thing. So I just took a 2p piece and drew round that and cut it out. So don't forget, quite important now, is to remember to use your emery board around the edges just to get rid of all those little bumps to make it a nice smooth circle. Okay, so just stuck a few pieces on, press them down, and they seem to be sticking on quite nicely. That's the stage you want, where it's not too sticky, but it's sticky enough just to put a few pieces on. There you go, this is going to be my scoop for this bit, because the other one went a little bit soggy. So you see, you're going to have to put over the top of those two pieces in order to stick another piece to cover up that join. It's usually better if you do it with your finger. So gently on the bit that's the toilet roll, because that's likely to break quite easily. And smoothing it all down. You can press it down to squash the toilet roll flatter. And you get quite a nice smooth finish. So overlap the pieces and smooth them down with your finger and spread the glue. So now you're going to cover the whole thing. And when you stick over the curved bit, make sure that your pieces are small, because the paper's not going to be as flexible as the toilet roll was. You may have to leave it overnight to dry completely. And now it's nice and dry, we can start decorating it with our various decorations. You can stick anything you want on. It does really depend on what kind of glue you've got. So if you've got just a plain PVA glue like this, it's best just to stick paper on with that. So now you're going to make your arrangement and glue your decorations on. I'm going to start with one here. I've got these both stuck on now, and I'm going to stick the ones in between. I decided to do some slightly thinner paper. It's a bit easier to glue them on. And don't have to use the Yoo-hoo glue, you can just use the water-based glue. So I'm just going to try and place this so that I can fit another one in there. So I just want to measure that, and I'm looking at this gap and this gap. So that's gone on there quite nicely. You might like to create some more hearts to stick on here, or some other shapes that you've coloured in and patterned yourself. Make it a little bit more personalised. So when we've finished decorating the jar, let's think about what sort of thing we're going to be putting in this. Well, it is called a Happy Memories jar. So of course you're going to load it with happy memories. I mean, of course you're going to have to remember to write your happy memories down on a piece of paper and put them in there. Or you could put an item or a ticket of a trip you went on when we're all allowed out. Or you could put anything that relates to what the happy memory was. Well, that's coming together nicely now. So now I've got all my hearts stuck on. I decided I wanted a bit of lime green in there, so I'm sticking spots of lime green just on those two and the ones on the other side, because I've got a little bump here in the glass, so I'm going to leave that bit. And on the lid I decided to make the smaller heart shapes, cut 5 of those out and make a pink middle. Now to stick this on, I'm going to probably have to use the Yoo-hoo because it is a metal surface and the PVA glue doesn't always hold its stick very well. Okay, so I'll show you when it's finished. Well, it's all finished now and I'm really quite pleased with the way it's turned out. I put a little bit of gold paint on that bump of glass that I covered up, and I got my lovely lime green spots on there. I put a nice piece of ribbon round the top just for decoration, and I stuck all the pieces on the lid with Yoo-hoo. So don't forget to make a note of your happy memories and put them in your jar. I've put in my jar here a ticket from a trip I took earlier on in the year that was particularly good fun and happy memories. I've also used my leftover hearts to make little notes on, and to put those in, I've put on the 24th of the 4th 20, I made a happy memory jar. Well, I'm sure all of you can make one of those and put it in your jar too. And the other one I decorated one of the hearts a little bit to make it a bit special, and I've said April 2020 because this didn't happen in a day. I created online videos. So there we are, that's a happy memory for me too. So don't forget to keep adding and making little beautiful things with notes about happy memories inside, and enjoy your jar. You can review all your happy memories once a year or when the jar is full. Take care and thank you for watching my video. Bye.